Okay, so the Spider-Man video, the Steve Ditko video is still going to be made, but it's taking a little longer than I expected because I kind of procrastinated. Still writing in the process of writing the script, but for this week, I'm just gonna have like a filler video because I'm going to be in Pennsylvania for the weekend, so I'm just gonna make a quick filler video showing off my DVD collection. And here is, just Venom and some turtle. But yeah, here's starting off. Here's Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness as an Easter present, and I guess my mom bought it because she knew I liked Marvel and I liked Sam Raimi, who directed this film. I like his Spider-Man movies, and I like Evil Dead. I just watched Evil Dead 2 at my friend's house. It was a pretty good movie. Then I got Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, which is like a really shitty sequel to Pirates of the Caribbean. The 2014 Godzilla movie, which, I haven't really seen, but I've only seen the memes where he's like, let him fight. Then I got New York, New York. I found it at a dollar store. And this is a Martin Scorsese movie, which is the only reason I bought it. Because I like Martin Scorsese. I've seen Goodfellas, Taxi Driver, and After Hours. I want to get more into his work. But yeah, I've heard nothing about this movie. But that guy's made like a fuck ton of movies, so it's like not really surprising that there might be some that slip through the cracks. Then I got Captain America, a double feature of Captain America and Captain America 2, Death Too Soon. This is like the 1970s Captain America movies. I don't remember where I bought this, but I just bought it because I heard about it on a YouTube video and just looks really shitty. It's kind of interesting. Then I got my favorite Christmas movie, Gremlins. Absolute classic. Like, this is basically a live action cartoon, as many people have said. It's like really fun. I got one of my favorite movies, The Blade Runner, The Final Cut, which is like mind blowing. It is kind of a pretentious movie, but it's like its themes are like really good. Like, it explores themes about like identity and like what makes humans special, and if a robot can truly be human. And I also just watched the movie Dark City yesterday, which has similar themes and a similar vibe, but it's more about how our memories is if it's not more about how our memories don't necessarily make us who we are. It's something more inside us. Anyway, these are some of my brother's movies that he left when he went to Pennsylvania. We've got The Blind Side, which I think I've seen like a couple parts of it, but it's pretty good, I guess. Pretty good sports movie. Then the Karate Kid trilogy, classics. My brother is always talking about how the Jaden Smith version is not as good as the originals, but I've only seen the originals and Jaden Smith. I haven't really seen the sequels to this. Oh my fucking god, Jaden, just with her fucking annoying shit music. Well, it's not shitty music, but it's like she has to have her freaking music playing, blasting out. And she complains about me doing it, but she does the same shit. Anyway, we got Hulk Still Rules, which is a documentary about Hulk Hogan. Like, there was a wrestling event in my town, and my mom bought this DVD after the event. Also, just to mention, I got this Blade Runner at the Bull Moose in Bangor. I don't know why I forgot to mention it. And then I got Seven and Predator, which I wanted to get into. Like, what's his name? Damn, I forgot his name. What is his name? It escapes me at the moment, but I wanted to get into his work. He's a guy who made Fight Club. Wait a minute. is it? We'll just have to look at the DVD. I don't know how I forgot his name. David Fincher, yeah, I wanted to get into David Fincher. David Fincher's movies. Let's put this down here. And I thought 7 was a good choice to start because I saw it at a Goodwill in Ellsworth, which is also where I got Predator and a bunch of other DVDs. And I got X-Men, the X-Men trilogy, and I've had X-Men free for like the longest time, so I bought the other 2 to complete it. Got Big Man Japan, which I found at that same store, that same local store, which I think is the same local store. Actually, yeah, I didn't even mention it yet, but got it at a local store in my area. And they used to sell like, it was called like the Crow's Nest, and they used to sell like DVDs, but they don't do it anymore. They still sell video games, which is a shame. I guess they just haven't enough sales of their DVDs, which kind of sucks. Anyway, I got Flash Gordon. And I don't remember where I got this, but I think I got it at Walmart. And the Incredible Hulk double feature. I got Watchmen, V for Vendetta, which, well, I haven't seen the Watchmen. Anyway, the Incredible Hulk is like 70s camp. It's pretty good. I actually like it. And then Watchmen. Yeah, Watchmen and V for... I haven't seen the Watchmen film yet, but if it's anything like the V for Vendetta film, it's probably a very, you know, simplistic version of the comic. Whereas, like, the comic has very morally gray characters and isn't as simplistic, and it has, like, very complex themes. The film was, like, kind of, like, simplified it for, like, general audiences. Then I got The Crow. I haven't seen it yet, but it's a classic. I had to get it. Get part of my 90s cool collection and whatever. I also got Kick-Ass, one of my favorite movies. I think it's pretty entertaining. And I kind of agree with that one video where he says that he's kind of too handsome to play Kick-Ass, like the main character, Aaron something. I don't know what his name is. He's a little too handsome. Like he was a good John Lennon and Nowhere Boy, but he was a little too charismatic for a role when he was supposed to be an asshole. Then I got Ghost Rider, both movies. Haven't seen them yet, but they're just like cheesy fun. Got a Yoshi figure over here. Yeah, I'm gonna put these like when I get another bookshelf for like games and stuff. And I got Sonic over here. And yeah, I got these also for Easter, and they're nice little figurines. Except they have like the same, they have like really like basic poses. But Sonic was in a pretty zesty pose when I opened him. And then this is my animation or anime. So I don't have the complete set of Dragon Ball Z, which annoys the hell out of my sister. But I got complete GT, but I will try to look for the rest of Dragon Ball Z and then Dragon Ball, the original series. Got the movies, the Dragon Ball Z movies, a couple of them. Got Resurrection X and the Resurrection F and the Broly trilogy. Then I have some anime movies like Metropolis and Spirited Away. Then some video game themed movies like Tekken and Street Fighter. Nothing that special, except for the Street Fighter second animated movies is the one you want to get. But yeah, Metropolis is also like one of my favorite movies, and Spirited Away is pretty good. I got Fooly Cooly and One Punch Man, two pretty good. Well, Fooly Cooly is my favorite anime, and One Punch Man is like pretty decent. And then Yotomo, Yoko, The Perfect Collection, and Tokyo Babylon, which are like some I guess lesser known animes or like OVAs. And Tokyo Babylon's like literally like kind of gay. Like there's like I didn't know, but like the main character, that's a dude. So it's kind of a little gay. And I don't even know what these are. I think these are like Chinese, like copies of like Inuyasha and this other obscure anime called Steam Detectives. And like, yeah, they gotta be like they say because like the reason I think they're Chinese is because let me see, it says right here on the disc. It's got Japanese stereo and in Chinese and English. And Chinese is its primary language. So these are probably like Chinese imports from somewhere. But I got all of these from the same local shop that I got Big Man Japan from. We got Full Metal Panic, which I bought because I thought it was Full Metal Alchemist. And like, it's like a mecha anime. I haven't seen it yet. I got Looney Tunes. I got the Looney Tunes Golden Collection, which I grew up watching these Golden Collections. I got the Tom and Jerry Deluxe Anniversary Collection, which is kind of lackluster collection. Like there's not as many like classic shorts as I would like, which I might sell for like I might sell it for in favor of the Spotlight collections. I got Corpse Bride, underrated Tim Burton movie. I got Sonic Underground, which is just a relic of my nostalgic childhood. I grew up watching it. It's kind of a shit show though. I got the Disney Treasures, the complete Goofy and the chronological Donald Duck Volume 1. I got these at a skate shop, a local skate shop in my area. And it's like, I really like these classic animation. If you couldn't tell from like the Looney Tunes and Tom and Jerry. So I just bought these. I got Lady and the Tramp. And this is like my Disney collection. I got some Christmas stuff I remember watching as a kid. I got Lilo and Stitch. This is actually, the actual DVD is broken, but I got Kim Possible, The Secret Files. I got Ren and Stimpy Season 3.5-ish, which is pretty entertaining. I like Ren and Stimpy. Got the SpongeBob movie collection, so it's like one good movie and one okay movie. Like the original SpongeBob movie is goated. Sponge Out of Water is just okay. I got Avatar: The Last Airbender, which is like a masterpiece, obviously. Then it's like my DC or like DC superheroes collection. I got Batman, Mr. Freeze, Sub-Zero with Batman Beyond the movie, which is literally just the first 2 episodes edited into a movie. I got The Adventures of Batman. I got Batman the Brave and the Bold. I got Justice League Volume 4, The Brave and the Bold, which is, I guess that's why I put them together, because it's both The Brave and the Bold. And then Batman the Animated Series, which most of us grew up watching, obviously. And then Superman the Animated Series, which I'm less familiar with. And then we got Justice League Season 1. And then this is like not even a Marvel section, but kind of like Stanley's Mighty 7 and Doctor Strange, even though Doctor Strange was mostly created by Steve Ditko. Got this Batman and Superman Public Enemies. Got Dragon Hunters. I think that was a gift. These like Dragon Hunters and the Doctor Strange and Stanley's, these were all gifts. These 4 up here. These 3, and then it's 1 up here. All the rest I bought. I got Charlie Brown, Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown, and Bon Voyage, Charlie Brown, Don't Come Back, double feature. And then this is like one of the greatest finds I have ever found. These are the first 3 seasons of The Simpsons on DVD. And I bought them like at a Goodwill in New Jersey for like $3.99 for like $4 each. So it was like less than $15 for all of them, which is a steal. I'll take a steal. And that's why I'm excited to go to Pennsylvania this week. There's a lot of thrift stores down there. You never know what you could find. I mean, I'm out of room for DVDs, but I still like buying them. I got South Park seasons 2 and 4 in the movie, and I like South Park. I kind of got more into it. Like, this one person I remember was like, they were like, I don't really care for this centrist humor that South Park has, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't care. The fact that they're politically neutral is what makes the thing funny. If it just attacked one side, it wouldn't be funny. It would just be partisan hackery, you know? And of course, King of the Hill. I was in college dorm watching it with one of my friends, and I love this show. I grew up watching this. It's a fantastic show with a lot of heart, and satirizes like the redneck kind of culture pretty well. And there's got Family Guy volumes. This is supposed to be volume 1, but it's actually it's supposed to be volume 2, but it's actually volume 1. And that's kind of weird. But then Family Guy volume 3, and actually volume 3 came with all these volume 1 discs, and then volume 2 came with all the volume 3 discs, which is kind of like ironic, kind of weird. Then I got Family Guy volume 6 and Stewie Griffin The Untold Story. So I need to get into them. I got Red vs. Blue season 10, which is just I bought it at a dollar store. I mean, I could just watch this online, but with Rooster Teeth recently closing, it's good to have like something to preserve the memory. And then I got this sealed copy of Aeon Flux, which I don't want to open it. I might buy another copy. I don't think it's that expensive out in the wild, but I just like the sealed look. I bought this at that Crow's Nest shop. I got the complete Dilbert, which I did a review of this on an old channel, and it's got really bad audio. Like, you can barely hear what I'm saying. But like, this is actually really good. I like this. And disregarding the controversial things that the creator has said, this is still pretty funny. Only problem I have is that it's in this like they stack the DVDs, which is like a pain in the ass to get through. Anyway, I'll see you later as I go to the other side to see my live action collection. And I'm also saving room for some other adult. So yeah, here's the other side of the room with more DVDs. This time more live action. Yeah, I got some vintage cameras that one of my brothers likes to collect. They don't work though. Anyway, here's like the comedy movies. So we got The World's End and The Incredible Burt Thunderstruck on Blu-ray. And then we got Beetlejuice and Mars Attacks, two really good like Tim Burton movies. I'd say Mars Attacks is actually underrated. It's really kind of like a unique vision. I got Wayne's World, which I am yet to see. I tried watching Great Roll of Sound, but I never got to finishing it. It was decent for what it was. And an interesting premise. Beverly Hills Ninja, which I heard is a terrible movie, but I bought it because it's got Chris Farley. Got Napoleon Dynamite, one of the greatest films of all time. Like, one of my favorite comedy films. Probably my favorite comedy film. And it's like really influenced my kind of comedy. And like, I got the Blu-ray, but I used to have the DVD. And then of course right next to it I got Nacho Libre. And you see, I don't really alphabetize them. I kind of go by genre in like kind of like actor, or like if they have a similar theme or same director. That's kind of how I organize my DVDs. And I got my Jack Black collection. Got Nacho Libre, Tenacious D, The Complete Masterworks, which is like, I guess, all their music videos and like their TV show that they had. And I just need to get the movie to complete it. I got School of Rock, which I think I've seen with my mom, but I don't really remember. I got the Ace Ventura movies and The Cable Guy. And I did a review of Ace Ventura Pet Detective. It was pretty bad. I had a really more annoying voice than I usually, because I was trying to do a nostalgia critic type of voice. But I also wrote a review for When Nature Calls, but I never finished it. I got Talladega Nights, another one of my favorite movies, like really good. I kind of put them all together because they got similar spine like color schemes, I guess, black and red. And I got like Superbad, these are probably my three of my favorites. I have Superbad, which is like hilarious. Like the McLovin scene alone is worth the price of admission. But it's also like very heartfelt for a movie about teenagers wanting to have sex. It's like surprisingly kind of emotional. And then of course Shaun of the Dead, which is like great. Like probably one of my favorite movies. I love Edgar Wright. Like I love Scott Pilgrim. Still need to get that on DVD. And Hector and the Search for Happiness. I think I bought this at a dollar store. Yeah, I got it at a dollar store, and I only bought it because it's got Simon Pegg, so that's why it's right next to Shaun of the Dead. I got Police Academy and Police Squad, which are similar themes. I put them right next to each other. And yeah, I want to get into Police Academy. I've heard they're like classics, and I bought Police Squad because I also heard it's like really good, really funny. I have Rush Hour and Rush Hour 3. I also had Rush Hour 2s, but it was actually Rush Hour 1 in the disc. So I kind of have an incomplete collection. But I also have 2 copies of Ace Ventura. I got the Ace Ventura collection, which I bought this from the Ace Ventura collection, then my mom bought this one for Easter one year. And I know I had both of them. I had this you didn't have to give me this. I already have the same. I appreciate getting the Cable Guy, but I already have Ace Ventura. Then I got Penn and Teller's Bullshit second season. It's pretty funny kind of like show. It's kind of like Reddit atheist core, where it's like kind of like skeptic, kind of cringe at some points, but it's pretty good. And then I got Ghostbusters and Ghostbusters 2. One of my favorite movies of all time. I love Ghostbusters ever since I was a kid. I used to be freaked out by like the ghosts, like the opening scene, but that's probably more of an more like implied, what was implied than what actually was shown. I have Vampire Kiss I got for Nicolas Cage, and I love George Carlin, so I got It's Bad for Ya, the last special he did before he kicked the bucket. Kind of morbid, but hey, at least I got George Carlin. Got Men in Black Trilogy, another classic from my childhood. And I got Airplane and Airplane 2, but I mostly just bought it for the first one because, it's a classic. And then I got 8 Heads in a Duffel Bag, which I only bought for Joe Pesci, which is a George Carlin reference, because like Joe Pesci, he like made a reference to Joe Pesci about how he worships the sun, but he prays to Joe Pesci. So like I kind of like want to like made up a parody religion where it's like they worship the sun god Joe Pesci. So I thought it would be funny. Then this is my action and adventure / sci-fi and fantasy. So I got the Matrix trilogy. I've only seen the first Matrix, which was like the first R-rated movie I've ever seen when I was a kid. Didn't really understand it as a kid, but
it blew my mind, so I really need to rewatch it and watch the trilogy. I have seen the Animatrix though. I got the Lord of the Rings trilogy, which is I used to be obsessed with it as a kid. Like I'd watch the movies and then I'd watch the behind the scenes like documentaries they made on it. Then I got I don't have the complete Star Wars trilogy. I just have Revenge of the Sith and the original trilogy and The Force Awakens. Which that's all I really need. Those are all the good ones anyway. But like it's kind of a shame it's not the theatrical versions, but hey, Blu-ray. I can tolerate the special editions. I have The Last Jedi, which is I kind of still have a mixed feelings on it. Even to this day, I remember leaving the theater thinking it was alright, I guess, but I wasn't really paid to buy it. It's like a pirated copy. Don't tell Disney that, but it's Star Wars The Clone Wars, the movie I watched as a kid. It's not really that great, except the show is way better. I got King Kong triple feature, which is King Kong versus Godzilla, and King Kong Escapes. And I kind of wish they had the original King Kong, because I like that one. That's actually a good movie. And now I got another really good another favorite of mine, which if you've seen The Odd Ones Out, you know what this is. The Dark Crystal. Yeah, I kind of just watched it because of that On Ones Out video. And it's definitely style over substance. Like, the story is kind of confusing. And, like, the lore is kind of confusing, but since there's a show out, it kind of explains the lore a little better. But I like this. It's really good. It's classic. I haven't seen Pacific Rim yet, but I feel like I would like it, because I do kind of like mechs, which you can see from my other section of the video, my anime section. Got the Mortal Kombat triple feature, which is like the first two movies and like the web series that they made. And like I like the Mortal Kombat game, so I bought it. 300. I read the graphic novel, still have yet to see the movie. But if it's anything like the book, it's probably pretty decent. Got 2 Doctor Who DVDs that were a gift. And like I don't really care for Doctor Who, but hey, I'll watch them eventually. And I got 2 Harry Potter movies. I got the order mixed up. But yeah, one of them is from the Lincoln Library in Lincoln, Maine, and I forgot to return it. I've always felt guilty. I just hope someday that they got like a replacement copy or something. But I also got the Goblet of Fire, which I think was also a library. No, it's not. It's not a library. I think it was also like I just had it. Then I got some G.I. Joe movies. Kind of shitty. I don't really care for them. And you can notice the Rise of Cobra is like the same with my Simpsons DVD, season 3 DVD. Damaged because the dog chewed it. Fucking hate dogs sometimes. I got the J.J. Abrams reboot of Star Trek. I think I've seen it like once, don't really remember it. And I got Rock and Rolla from that skate shop because like the owner he recommended that I watch this movie, and I think it looks interesting, so I'll have to check it out. Then I got Frozen from an internet recommendation from an internet video. It had an interesting premise, and this is a kind of like going into like not really like horror or like thriller. We got Misery and Carrie, which only includes Carrie. And like I bought it mostly for Misery, but I will have to take Carrie, which is so it kind of sucks. But hey, Carrie was a classic Stephen King book. And then I got Talk Radio, which I know nothing about. I just liked I thought the premise was interesting. And it's by Oliver Stone, the guy who directed JFK. And then there's Terminator Genesis, which is like very fucked up way of spelling Genesis. I can't even, like, it's barely comprehensible. And that's just a shitty Terminator movie. License to Kill, James Bond, both on Blu-ray. And yeah, I just wanted to get a James Bond movie. But yeah, I got Avengers Age of Ultron, which is like, I thought it was like really cool at the time, but it's like kind of forgettable. Like it's not as good as the first one at all. But this goes into my Marvel collection, which I kind of, well, not Marvel, more like superhero collection. And like, I guess I would put those other superhero movies at the top of the shelf here if I had more room. I got Gotham City Serials, which is the original Batman serials from the 40s. I made a video on them on an older channel, which is also really shit. But I would say that they're interesting relics of a forgotten time. And then I got Batman the Movie, which is like actually really good movie. That's like the 60s TV show movie. Like the 60s movie that they made in theaters. Adam West. And like, it was, I guess, produced by 20th Century Fox, which is why it got a release earlier than the TV show because of copyright issues. But like, anyway, got Batman Returns, which I need to replace this copy because it's like badly scratched. I got Batman Forever, which isn't as bad as I remember, but still not really that good. And then I got the Batman television series, which was a Christmas gift. I got the Dark Knight trilogy, which I watched with my brother one time. We binge watched it, which was good memories. I got Superman 3 and 4, which are both shitty movies that don't need to be watched. Like, Superman literally, like, has sex with, like, a girl, like, some, like, Russian spy in it. It's kind of weird. Supergirl, which is another shitty movie. And then Superman Returns, which is mid. Then we got the childhood classics. Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, and Spider-Man 3. I also got Spider-Man 2.1, which is, I guess, is like kind of like a director's cut. But yeah, it's like got like a couple deleted scenes. I just bought it because I wanted to complete the collection. Ninja Turtles 3, the worst Ninja Turtles movie. Absolute shit. I binge watched it at a friend's house. And back when I was like in Lincoln, and it was like, we just laughed our asses off. It was so boring. He actually fell asleep while watching it. And then we got the kids' movies. The Adventures of Orsi Nash. I don't even know what this is. It's just a gift someone gifted to me. Same with Max Magician and Legend of the Ring, which I also made a review on. Horrible movie, like low budget movie. Then Jurassic Park. Classic. Had to get it. Goonies, another classic. And then The Explorers, Small Soldiers, by the same guy who directed Gremlins, Joe Dante, which is the main reason I bought it. Got Lemony Snicket's A Series of Unfortunate Events, which I guess there's another copy in my mom's car. But I got this copy. I like it. I like the gothic aesthetic of it. But I guess the show would probably be better paced. But I just like the style of this one better. I got Monster Truck, which I bought because of Rebel Taxi. It was like as a joke. And then I got some miscellaneous, like, well, in documentary. But this is like a short film collection, which I got mostly for like The Fly, short film that they had, and for one of them being a short film by George Lucas. So I had to get it, you know, big Star Wars fan. He had A League of Ordinary Gentlemen, which I bought, not because I thought it was A League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, because why would I want to buy that shitty movie, but because I bought it because it seemed interesting, like a documentary about bowling. And then I got Waking Sleeping Beauty, which is a really good documentary about like Disney's time before the Disney Renaissance, when they were really struggling to like make a profit. Very interesting. And then I also have Howard the Duck. Shit movie, but I actually kind of like it. Very charming. And The Last Airbender. Shitty movie that I hate because I watched it with my brother after watching the series, and it's just horrible. Why would anyone want to watch it? Like, they mispronounce the names, like they call him Ong and the Avatar and stuff. Like, for someone who supposedly was a fan of this material, M. Night Shyamalan kind of fucked up. Anyway, this is all, I guess. Like and subscribe if you want. I don't know how to end these videos, so I'll just shut up right now.